What is good, Tesla family? It's Ray J back with another video. And this I'm going to break down some very important information about what's going on in Tesla stock, what you should be watching for going forward. I'm going to talk about what the news is saying about Tesla, why we have some bullish news that just came out, what's going on with Jerome Powell, and how the pre-market's looking for Tesla SPY and the QQQ. Before I break anything down about all this information, though, let me just mention a couple of things. Firstly, I am not a financial planner. Make sure you take none of this as financial advice. And don't forget about the Moomoo link. The offer ends very soon. Deposit $100 and guaranteed 5 free stocks with a $100 cash reward. The offer ends in just 2 days. Check it out before they run out. With that out of the way, let's get on with the video. All right, so Tesla's up in the pre-markets, up another a dollar, about $1.50. It was testing resistance at $252.50. Once again, that's our next resistance zone above 250, and Tesla's still showing some relative strength because the stock market is starting to slip a bit after some news about AI chip restrictions in China, and also because of Jerome Powell, who's going to be speaking in just a couple of minutes. So this is why the market has been slowing down. You can see futures have slipped quite a bit, and the market is actually a little bit red. You can see SPY is down about 0.2% right now. All these different stocks like AMD, GME, Ford is down as of right now. The QQQ is down 0.38%. The Nasdaq's going to open up, probably gapping down. The market's going to open up a little bit weak because we have Jerome Powell speaking as soon as the market opens. So Powell's going to be speaking right here at 9:30 a.m. Eastern time. When he speaks, the market tends to slow down, and he has been more hawkish as of recent. Now, that does not guarantee anything, but just know that his words have a big impact on the markets, and he's going to be asked about the current state of the economy. The latest data that came out from the housing index reports and all the manufacturing data was quite strong, showing strength in the economy. And Jerome Powell already said that if the economy is too strong for too long, the Fed may have to raise rates 2 more times. So just be careful. If he is asked questions about this, it could cause the market to slow down. I can't predict exactly what he's going to say, so I don't know exactly how this is going to play out. I just want to inform you guys about this just to be safe. Now, anyways, here's the thing about Powell. When he speaks, the market may cool off. It might, not a guarantee though. It doesn't always happen that way. I just can't really predict everything. So you just have to be careful. And if the market does cool off when he speaks, if he does say some hawkish things, please note that when he leaves, when he's done speaking, after like an hour or 1.5 hours, I don't know exactly how long it's going to take. When he's done, the market tends to improve. That's what typically happens. If we cool off while he speaks, the market tends to improve when he's gone. So I just want to inform you guys about that. It's very likely the market could bounce if it does drop because of Powell during his speech. We could bounce afterwards, I mean. So just be prepared for that. He's also going to be speaking at 2:30 a.m. Eastern time for Thursday morning. So he's going to be back again. He could affect how the market opens tomorrow, how it moves. So the Jerome Powell effect is going to be all in. Please be ready for this. Please, please, please be careful and do what you have to do. Now, some news came out about Tesla. Tesla's charging technology has put it on track to become the US standard. That's some very, very good news, as we're seeing Volvo and many other companies joining into the charging system. That's once again great news. Rivian joined in, so did GM, and I'm just very excited for what the future has. We also saw the SAE Internationals talk about how they want to create the new standard for Tesla, create a different adapter for it. So that's once again very possible and very, very awesome. They're basically standardizing Tesla's adapter. Tesla also started running ads on Google Ads. So that's once again some very, very good news. I mean, this could even give them a lot more exposure and help them get more sales going forward. This is once again a new strategy that Elon Musk was talking about, and this is going to be very interesting for how the company continues to grow. Last but not least, there's a lot of very high expectations for the Chinese sales for Tesla. We can see right over here, Tesla's expected to hit a new record in quarterly sales. If you watched my previous videos, we talked about this. Right now, it's expected to see, once again, about 155,000 cars sold in China during April to June. It's a 13% increase from its previous record. And there's a chance it may even be better than this. It could be even higher than this. So that's going to be very exciting to witness. And right here, we could see Deutsche Bank has predicted that Tesla's Chinese sales are going to hit 153,000 units in the second quarter, while globally it could sell 448,000 units in total. So they're saying Tesla may get closer to 450,000 units. And that is some very, very bullish news. Once again, that's awesome to see. If Tesla does achieve that, the share price may improve big time and start pumping very, very nicely. Tesla's also going to be announcing this all during the weekend, so please be ready for all of this. And with that said, now let's talk about some levels just very briefly, okay? So if Tesla pushes up, you're going to be watching resistance at 252.5 If it gets above that, if it manages to break and hold in and remains very bullish, because we do have a bullish structure developing, you're going to be watching the mid 250, so 254 to 255, basically the entire zone. And then if it gets above that, there's 257.75 as the next resistance. Then we have 260. If it gets above 260, that's going to be very bullish for Tesla. Uh, if Tesla breaks down, okay, and this is what I think is likely going to happen. I think we may get a slowdown because of Powell. Not a guarantee though, but that's what typically happens. If Tesla slows down, it could retest 250 flat and then make its way down to 247.5, and potentially even 245. But if the market cools off when Powell speaks, okay, if that happens, once again, it's normal. The market could bounce afterwards when he's done talking. One thing that's good is if you look at SPY, it has that gap at 439 that's unfilled. It is cooling off right now. Now it's down about almost $1. It's very close to where 435 happens to be. Watch 435 as support. If it breaks below that, watch 434.13 as the next support at the 50 EMA on the 4-hour time frame for SPY. If that breaks, watch 433, 432, followed by the 430 flat area would be the next major support after that. If this thing, tests the 50 and gets close to like 433 to 434, could try to bounce after Powell is done, if assuming he does cause it to drop. And then if it does bounce, you're going to be watching these levels as resistance. Now, there's that unfilled gap at 439. I think SPY may try to get that if it manages to break above the high it made. If it gets above like 437, it's likely going to try to go for it. And it could still fill that gap later on this week. But for now, it could be delayed a bit because of Jerome Powell. With that said, if it breaks up, watch 435 as resistance. 436.25 to 436.64 tends to be a lot of resistance around this area. You can see yesterday it was just chopping around here. If it gets above that, if it breaks the high it made previously, watch 438 and 440. So watch all these levels carefully and just know what Jerome Powell could cause. Remain very, very cautious because once again, the market may be choppy when he speaks, but it could see some downside if he says hawkish things at any given moment. So be careful. Now, when it comes to the QQQ, our triple Q friend, if this thing ends up dumping, okay, because of Powell, you're going to be watching the 50 EMA as support on the 4-hour time frame. That's 361.78. If that breaks, watch 361.37. 360 comes after that, 359. Then it's going to likely drop even harder if 359 breaks, all the way down to where the 357 area happens to be. If this thing manages to bounce from any of these levels, you're going to be watching all of those supports as resistances if it gets below them. And then if it comes back to this current level, you're going to be watching 362-ish as resistance. Get above that, there's 363.5, 364.69, 366, and 368, followed by 370 as resistance levels. So watch all those levels very carefully. My best prediction would be maybe Powell causes the market to dip a bit. Maybe the market trades sideways for a bit and starts dipping once he says some hawkish things. And then when he's gone, the market may improve quite a bit. And by the time we get to Friday, I think the market may pump a lot more because I think Tesla's going to pump a lot. I think Tesla has a lot of potential. There's lots of excitement and hype associated with deliveries. And I think that could help the market alongside improvements in the overall sentiment. Right now, sentiment's not that bad if you look at consumer confidence and other reports like that. And I think that Jerome Powell is just acting as that little thing in the way before the market tries to continue going. So the market's improving still. It has some decent volume. If you want to look at something else like NVIDIA, there was some negative news involving AI chip restrictions in China. That's why like not AMD, NVIDIA is down quite a bit. This thing is down about $13 in the pre-market. It's at like 405 right now. If that breaks, watch like 400 and potentially the 395 area. Could dip more, so you're going to be watching the video carefully after some negative news came out from China. And if it tries to bounce, the next major resistance is going to be the 410 area, followed by 415.01, 420 to 421, and then we have like the 430 to 433 area above that, 425. So those are the levels to watch for. Excuse me, sorry guys. Those are some levels to watch for in NVIDIA. Besides that, watch all these other support and resistance levels that I mentioned yesterday. I'm not going to go into full details about them because I want to get this out as soon as possible. These videos take a while to render sometimes. I just want to get this out there because Powell's going to be speaking soon. All right, so thank you for listening. Have a good one, everyone. I'll see you guys very soon in the next video intraday in the next couple of hours. And then I will have another video after that, hopefully. Thank you for listening. I'll see you guys soon. Market to the moon. So long term is very bright alongside Tesla. And peace out.